Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys a new way that I have been doing my foundation routine. So you do use a lot less foundation in this routine, so that's something I do like because you're wasting less money that way. So what I like about it too is that what's it called? I feel like your skin looks more natural, and it also helps prevent cakiness, for which a lot of us, that is a really big issue. So before I start, actually let me get something real quick. So for my girls that have oily skin, you might have the same issue that I have, that sometimes our nose will be very oily and it's really hard for makeup to hold onto there. So I always heard that putting on eye primer there would be really good. So the eye primer that I have is the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre. So I'm actually going to get that and apply it on my nose, just because it's going to act as an extra layer. So it's going to be kind of like our safety measure. So you just apply it on your nose. So first I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape, and just because this one is more of a peachy tone. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer because this one is a lighter color and it's going to be more of like a highlighting effect. Using two sponges. These are the Morphe sponges, so I have a bigger one and a small one. And so the big ones, obviously I'm just going to use it for bigger areas of the face. I feel like you guys will like it. I mean, I definitely noticed a difference like the first time when I tried it. It does sound a little weird, but it's a really good technique. And like I mentioned, you do save more money because you are using less foundation. But since you are using less foundation, it is going to be less cakey. Also, make sure you go over your nose. Next is to do our cream contour. So I usually get scared doing cream contour on the nose, so I just use powdered contour on the nose. I think it's gonna look very silly at first. Put a little bit right here. I do have a small forehead, but I do feel like doing a contour there is going to really make a difference. Also, we'll make sure we're going to go through here, and you're actually going to go all the way like that. This one came out a little bit higher. That's okay. There we go. And if you do mess up with your contour, kind of like how I did on this side, you'll see you're going to be able to clean it up anyways. You just blend it out. To be honest, this was probably the scariest part for me. So it's probably going to seem scary for you, but believe me.
And here I'm just using my foundation, putting it where I did not put any concealer. I am going over my contour just to make it a little less harsh, but I'm going to be going over that with powder anyways. Just make sure you really blend in your foundation, and I did it on the forehead as well. Here I am just baking using the Ben Nye Banana and Fair powder. I mixed them together and I'm just baking.
I've had this on my face baking for some time. I'm going to be using my Blendiful products from Tati Beauty. I do have a review on this before this video, so go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. So I am not going to wipe off the bake. Usually if you wipe off the bake, then it will it can move the product underneath. So I'm just going to be pressing it in and making it pretty much become like a part of my skin, I guess, if you want to say that. So let's see, I'm going to use this one for the big area. So you're just pressing it onto the skin. I really, really love this product. That's why I'm just like blending it in, really making sure I'm pressing all the product in, and then using the smaller one obviously for underneath. So I'm just gonna now for my contour powder, I'm going to be using my Marc Jacobs Tantastic number 104 Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan. That's a long name, but yeah, it's this one right here. I don't want to show you guys the mirror because it's all broken and it's embarrassing, but yeah, so I'm going to be using that. Just remember, I have not set like the contour. I probably touched it a little bit with the Blendiful, but it's not like really set and you can't really see it that much anymore. That's why I'm gonna go in with it. And then this is my favorite brushes for contouring. This is the Morphe E45. So I'm gonna set this down and I'm gonna contour, or at least just kind of like go over what I started. Cream contour on the nose. To me, I just can't do it. I feel like I mess up easily. So I'm just gonna use a powdered contour on the nose. So I pretty much finished the whole look. I applied my lipstick and some highlighter on my cheeks, my nose, and then a little bit on the inner corners. But I'm so obsessed with this new technique, guys. Like, I wish you guys can see this in person because my skin does look a lot smoother. You can definitely see underneath the eyes and the forehead especially. I can definitely see how you will not be having cakiness, because cakiness was one of my big issues. Don't get me wrong, I did have some tips and tricks to prevent cakiness from happening, but now I don't really have to worry about that because I'm not wearing a bunch of layers of makeup. I at least have just one layer underneath. Like, wearing foundation underneath my eyes was not even necessary at all. So I definitely recommend it. You guys try out this technique. Trust me, your makeup is gonna look bomb. I feel like my face looks a lot better. Also, since I do have, like I mentioned, really oily skin, I feel like this technique is gonna be better for me. I did do it yesterday and I noticed that I stayed matte really long, and usually when I would apply a lot of foundation everywhere, eventually I will be very oily. But I feel like maybe that's just because there's too much product on my face. I'm assuming that's probably why, but now there's a lot less product on my face, so I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like my skin's happier, if that makes sense. So just in case I didn't mention already, this is a technique that Amrezy actually did, and she did in one of her IGTV videos. So I will find Amrezy. I'm going to link her down below if you guys want to check her out. It's in one of her IGTV videos. She did mention that Beyonce's makeup artist showed her this technique and she has been doing it and she's been loving it so far. So I really hope you guys try it out. Like I mentioned, it really does change your freaking makeup game. Try it out. I mean, you will most likely already have all of these foundation tools or all of these makeup tools, so try it out. You guys will not regret it. So please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.